Our pot pie pilgrimage heads back to Marietta, Georgia. This little town is a true pot pie paradise. And here you can get a classic from halfway around the world, the Aussie meat pie. You can find them on nearly every street corner down under, as ravenous Aussies eat over 500 million a year. But here in Georgia, there's only one place to get them. Say good day to the Australian Bakery Cafe.
This was the first Australian bakery in the USA. We're proud to say we're still #1 in the country.
This is my favorite restaurant. Love the meat pies. For me, it's my home away from home.
Owners Wendy Bear, Neville Steele, and Mark Allen opened the Australian Bakery Cafe in 1991. And ever since, both Aussie transplants and the Aussie curious have come to stuff their pouches with imported groceries, traditional desserts, and over 30 different meat pies.
Australian meat pies are treated a bit like a hamburger or a hot dog is here in the US. If you go to a football game or any other kind of event, you're going to have a meat pie in one hand and a beer in the other hand.
Of all the meat pies on the menu, the true bushranger always goes for the Ned Kelly pie. A hearty handful of steak, cheese, bacon, and egg, worthy of its notorious namesake.
Ned Kelly pie. Very flavorful, very tasty meat pie.
Depending on who you ask, this Australian Billy the Kid was either a great folk hero or a cold-blooded killer. But here at Australian Bakery, he's just a delicious handful of meaty goodness. The Ned Kelly starts with a solid doughy foundation to hold in all the savory fillings.
Rightio, so then we have our pies. First, our big scoop of meat. Hand ground, hand cut. The best choice of steak that we can find in the US to make our famous Aussie meat pies. Make a bit of a hole there so we can crack an egg in on the top there. Generally like to put the cheese around the edge so that the egg stays visible in the middle there. Sprinkle a little bit of bacon around the edge there. Crimp the edges up. And you have a big hearty meal.
A half hour in the oven ensures a pie that's golden brown and firm enough to eat according to Aussie rules.
The perfect meat pie needs to be strong enough so that the meat doesn't fall through the bottom.
The proper way to eat a meat pie is with your hands.
I don't like to use a knife and fork when I eat my meat pie because how we were taught to eat them was with your hands. That's the best. It's like a little slice of